My question is, why is a Skyrim?
Maybe
Skyrim
so it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Travelers, make sure your world music is turned up. Music is an important part of the story. Between the forest and the countryside, there sits a lone house. And in this house is a young girl. Every evening, she looks out her bedroom window and her imagination soars. She wonders about the faraway exotic places her father always tells her about. She closes her eyes, and she can see them. Beautiful cities filled with waterfalls and white birds. Majestic mountains capped by clouds so soft one could fall asleep on them. She wonders and she wonders until the sun sets and the crickets fill the air. In her mind, the scene shifts to the front door. She pictures her father finally coming home. She hopes for it with all her heart. It's going to be tonight. She knows it is. Her heart flutters as she opens her eyes expectantly. The sky is purple, and the path outside is empty. She was wrong. He hasn't come home. She shoves the curtains across and turns from the window. My friends, let's go inside and see if she's all right.
Roger that.
I am not that skilled in G-posing for such a long time, anyway.
Oh boy.
I shall be eventually. Hello, little one.
Is it fun to break into a house as a group?
We aren't really breaking in.
Probably.
We're following a story.
You know, I got a bottle of wine to celebrate us finally getting back to the tools.
Remember, everyone. Dust your clothing off. We're
I'm no
inside.
longer
Should've
the
got
old man.
something
I am
to-
now the El
Well, actually,
Pot.
maybe not. I don't want to actually drink.
It's called Apothic Red.
Don't look much me, boss.
Actually, I'm not a fan of wine,
The
to
young
be
That kind of
honest.
pot.
trudges through the dark house. The kitchen is empty. Her mother has forgotten to cook again. The girl grabs an apple from the table, pulls up a chair, and eats alone. She closes her eyes again, wanting to go to another place. The image slowly forms in her mind. Wisp of mist brushing by. The gentle rush of cool air in her ears. The deep thrum as she passes through clouds. The land far below her. Everything cast in a radiant golden light. Then the sky knocks. No, not the sky. She opens her eyes. Could it be? The chair clatters to the ground as she runs toward the front door. She can't contain her excitement. There he is, finally home. She lets out a cry of joy and a bit of sadness. Her father picks her up and holds her tightly. Is Mama still sleeping by the radar? Papa's voice is comforting like the cloud she flew through. Only when you're gone so long. The mother's voice drifts in, warming the room. She joins them in a tight embrace. I'll always come back, he says. He takes out a sealed bottle of capsules from his jacket and hands it to the mother. He apologizes for only being able to get enough for 10 months. He seems really sad about it. Don't worry, the mother says. I'll manage. I always have. And soon, the house is filled with the warm glow from the fire, the sounds of laughter, the smell of a roast, and the little girl could not possibly be more happy. After dinner, the girl asks her father for another story about the pilot. He looks at her as a smile slowly spreads across his face. My friends, let's all go together and listen to Father's story. This way.
Let's go, everyone.
Yes. I love this spot.
Oh, the cube.
Evil. I don't want to hear that from you, Laurier.
It's always a good time when you're hearing a story from the bed.
The real ones stand on the lamp.
You could just call him Papa Sheen.
Why are you raising up your hands in the air like you just don't care?
I was stretching you
Because you just don't care?
I'm sorry.
The girl
It's great.
I'm still on the
jumps
floor.
into bed, and the father and mother sit either side of her. The father tells another story about his daughter's favorite hero, the pilot. Each time the father would revisit this story, the pilot would be on a new adventure. But each time, a few themes remain the same. The pilot flies to new worlds with their legendary ship, and wherever they go, they meet new friends who need their help. The odds would be stacked against them always. But thanks to their trusty legendary ship, the pilot always saves the day. The girl remains awake till the very end, and then her father asks, as he does at the end of every story. So, why do you think the pilot helps people? The young girl squeezes her bunny doll and cheers. Because it's the good thing to do. The mother and father look at one another, smile, and then laugh. The daughter doesn't know what happened, but she laughs with them anyway. As her parents leave the room, the girl asks if, when she grows up, she can fly to other worlds to help people like the pilot. Of course, the father says, you'll be the greatest pilot, and someday, you'll save the day too. The mother looks out the window. They tuck her in. The father turns off the light, and they leave the door ajar for their daughter. My friends, let's go back downstairs and let her sleep. This way.
What a pure soul. I must protect at all cost.
Yes,
Gio, I
a
hope
very
you've
pure
been-
soul.
Well,
Nothing bad ever happened.
This is glued onto the thing.
I'm good. I'm glad to hear it.
You made it.
Nothing bad.
Downstairs.
It's for the opposite of the heavens.
Where's the alcohol here?
Alcohol later.
This is a family-friendly household. They have a barbecue. Then the alcohol's
Damn
over
it.
here.
Let's get fucking wasted.
The mother and
Probably not
father
that
sit
strong of an
together.
alcohol.
Steal some random
The
family's
children.
alcohol? Damn.
Yes, I will.
The mother and father sit together in the living room. She asks him if he did what he set out to do, and if he was tracked. He says the same thing he always says. Of course not. He was careful. He starts talking about being able to get away with unregistered flights, and is about to go into the tendency for military officers to turn a blind eye to a certain amount of excess cargo, when she stops him with a finger on the lips. She reminds him that she knows all of this already. He laughs and gets one more detail in. She will always know when anything is approaching thanks to the radar he stole. She nods that she knows this already. They both decide it's a topic for another time. Her husband is home again, and she missed him dearly. And so, they go to bed.
Oh no.
Never a good sign when the music stops.
Oh,
They were
God.
like, did
Get
the
ready,
world just
everyone.
stop for everyone?
Technical
The mother is working silently.
It'll be fine.
So it's gonna die in their sleep.
It's the father. He's talking about something on the radar headed for the refugee camp. She rubs her eyes, confused. I have to go, says the father. I have to get them out. She doesn't understand. She pleads for him not to leave again, still not sure what exactly is happening. She suggests that it's just a scout or an error. No, the father says, and his voice frightens her. Look at the radar. The mother looks, and her heart drops. The signal is enormous. The largest airship she's ever seen, and it's headed directly for the rebel camp off the radar's edge. That's... she begins, but her voice falters. Yes, says the father. The Dark Monument airship. Last time it was deployed, it laid waste to everything from Eternic to the Aquavi Islands. The death toll was in the millions. Fire fell from the sky for weeks after, and to this day nothing grows there. Hidden forest camps, underground bases, networks under towns, it doesn't matter. Nothing is safe from this thing. Sending it there could only mean... He doesn't finish. He doesn't need to. I'll join you, the mother says. I was an engineer in the military. I can help. You were, until they discharged you for your condition. He takes hold of her shoulders and looks her in the eyes. The moonlight from outside dims and the room goes dark. I need you to stay here. Protect our daughter. The Grey soldiers will easily detect her potential. They'll take her away from us. We can't let our daughter become another weapon for them. The mother feels as though she is in a nightmare. Can't you contact the Ethos Coalition for help? The Coalition's resistant ships won't make it in time. I can outrun that abomination. I smuggled them into the camp in the first place, so it's up to me to get them out of there. I'm their only hope. His hands slide down her arms, and he takes hold of her fingers. She's trembling. I was the same as them. A refugee on the run, remember? And then you rescued me. I have to return the favor. It's the good thing to do. Reluctantly, she nods. He kisses her and rushes out into the night with his things. The house is cold and dark once more, and the mother and daughter are left alone. A year has passed. The father has not returned, and the daughter has just turned 6. The mother lost contact with the Ethos Coalition months ago. Every night she waits by the radar staring at the night sky. Tonight her daughter is with her, and together they watch, wondering if the moon is going to reappear. The silence is broken by the daughter. Mama, are you going to listen to the radio all night again? The mother doesn't answer. Daddy said it's bad for your heart to stay up. The mother looks down at her daughter, smiles, turns off the radar, holds her for a while, and puts her to bed. She promises that she will sleep on time, and closes the door. The mother goes back to the radar and turns it on. She listens with her head in her arms. She listens until sleep takes her.
Oh, shit.
It's coming back.
A loud voice screeches. Attention, attention, this area is under martial law by order of the Grey. Surrender all ether users immediately or face execution. She changes her channels, but it's everywhere. It's in her head. She presses her hands against her ears, but the voice fills her mind. Then she looks at the radar, and she sees it. It's already over the forest? The cursed ship is here, but why? No, she doesn't have time to think. They have to escape. The mother rushes upstairs, wakes her daughter and dresses her. The daughter only has time to grab her bunny doll before a banging sound echoes from the ground floor. The sounds of splintering wood terrifies them. They run toward the outside balcony. Quickly, my friends, this way.
We must scurry, Ron.
Jump, jump, jump!
Get down! I'll catch you!
Everybody jump! Jump!
Come on, get down! I'll catch you! Come on, come on!
Fire.
I don't have very
Come on, come on!
Alright, who left the oven on?
Oh shit!
My friends, the story continues.
Don't trust anyone.
My friends,
The worst place to
If you can
land.
stay right, we can get out of
gather
this.
around. The
If
story
you can stay right, we can
continues.
get out of this.
Who are they? Cries the little girl. Mama, I'm scared. The mother holds her daughter tight, jumps from the balcony. She hits the ground hard, landing on her side. A sharp pain shoots through a broken rib, but her daughter is safe, and that's all that matters. She stands and looks around. The entire forest is in flames. They must have detected her. There, a path through the walls of fire. It's the only way. My friends, over here.
Did the
Follow the pupil.
Dark Monument get remodeled again?
Oh.
I don't remember the.
Oh, this elf!
I love it.
a gamer dark monument. Yo, gamer, why does it look more detailed
LED
with every
monument?
casting visit?
It just says
Oh,
Blue
she's
Ranger
gonna
Bean has
see it.
panel display.
Well, imagine
That's
every
the
time we
episode
run
gamer
through,
ship.
they get stronger,
Who said the gamer
more
ship?
realized.
Who called it the gamer ship?
Wild
It's a gamer ship.
was a hard drop.
Shout out to the 3D modeler.
My friends.
Nice work.
She struggles to run. Her daughter is heavy. She glances over her shoulder. Dark figures are circling the house, peering through the clouds of smoke. Then the mother looks up and she sees it. A horrifying shape eclipses the moon. Its silhouette drops a blanket of slow-moving shadow, smothering the land below in darkness. The airship creeps slowly, unstoppably toward them. She places her daughter on her feet and kneels to look her in the eyes. Mama is going to run, and you must run too. She barely manages to get her words out. You must not let go of my hand. Do you understand? Do not let go. Is that a monster? The little girl stammers, with eyes welling up. No, don't look at it, the mother cries. Take my hand and don't let go. One of the soldiers yells in the distance. The mother grips her hand tight, and they run. Her heart races, the fire is unbearably hot, and the smoke scrapes in her throat. My friends, the mother and daughter have been spotted, and are now pursued by the Dark Monument. Together, they must find a way through the burning forest, and so must all of you. This is your first quest. Click the pressure save point, and as fast as you can, run for their lives.
Oh boy, let's go.
Jump over the flames.
All right, let's go.
We got it.
It was fast travel.
Doing this yet. Do you know what's brown and sticky?
In fact, you can't speak. You wear a female female avatar too.
I'm fine.
As a friend, I don't know what was going on. I think I was hearing whispers. Like hearing whispers as we were escaping through those things.
Do you know what happened with the guy who invented the
I almost choked during that.
He got the Nobel Prize.
It was definitely not the soldier.
Something must have happened.
That explains a little bit.
I've not heard that one.
I think I'm still gonna, it might be a stupid idea to
I know,
press
I
on
would.
with everyone.
Did.
Funny that it was you.
I
I thought it was checkpoint. It's like, oh, skill screen, checkpoint.
Don't worry. Maybe you remember something that you don't.
Yeah, look, vicious, you sound good. Ah, they just like
Hello, Jay. Hello, hello, hello.
My friend,
I do a little dance, but I don't know if I have ones without sound.
your attention please.
I don't like how I just got stared
My
at.
friends, your attention please.
the story is that started.
We have set the record for the burning forest. 3 minutes. Congratulations.
Nice. Now we gotta lower
My
the speed
friends.
runs type.
The mother and daughter have made it somehow. Please, walk this way.
Walk this way.
Talk this way.
Walk this way. I punch her in this way.
I know that you're.
Alright, everyone here. Safe for now.
Everyone pack in. Back on in.
My friends, the story continues.
Yeah, I didn't plan this in
The
today.
mother and
I have
daughter
to sleep
stagger
longer
into a
next time.
secluded clearing.
So I can stay awake.
Nearby is a tent, an old campfire, and a pond.
No problem. Have fun this
Raindrops
time.
pat against the
Hopefully you manage
canvas.
to do some damage on
The leaves of the trees and the water's surface. The ground squelches beneath every footstep. The rain is cold, but the chill soothes the mother's burns. They won't have to worry about the fire spreading this far. Inside the tent, the mother speaks words of comfort to her wailing child, cradling her in her arms. The traumatized girl grips her bunny and buries her face into the mother. The rain masks her tears, and she soon sleeps. The mother, however, does not, and keeps watch all through the stormy night. When the last of the daughter's sniffles subside, she begins to dream of a faraway place, a dark place. She descends into a nightmare. My friends, please use the nightmare save point.
Let's go.
Yay.
Oh boy, I love.
Wait, point at it, because I'm not smart.
Falling.
RNG, but we got this. We got this.
I cannot believe you've done this.
Are you sure about
Just
that?
gotta get through this. Absolutely. confident.
How confident are you?
Very confident.
My friends,
Where in the world are we?
a figure is suddenly aware of their surroundings. The walls are cold and slick, the floor is a solid void, and the air shimmers with a shadowy haze. The unknown figure looks about, barely able to see anything. What am I doing here? I was searching for something, perhaps they think. There are voices audible in the distance, echoing, distorted, drawing closer. The figure realizes they can't stay here. They must find a way out. And so must all of you, as this is your next quest. Tonight's NPCs, please come forward and stand next to me. Change into your searchlight avatars in front of the group and turn on your searchlights. Can everyone see Metal Gem and Luna standing next to me? Make sure you have their avatars enabled.
Conditions all clear.
Wow, you're looking so security camera tonight.
Let's go.
Did you lose weight?
My friends, listen carefully.
Adds a few pounds.
These Dream Eaters will be waiting for you in the maze through the darkness. Avoid them at all cost. Getting caught in a Dream Eater's cone of light will fracture the girl's hope, and you will hear thunder crash. If you are caught, keep moving. Through the dark she dreams for you, and your quest begins now. Wait, NPCs, take your positions.
Helpful hint.
Shit,
If you're
man.
lost, look up on the ceiling.
Much pressure.
10,
Alright.
9, 8, 7, 6,
I've been through
5,
hell.
4,
Been again.
3,
Here I was hoping for a
2,
chill day.
1. Go forth, travelers.
For glory.
Wait. Where's my boat? Oh, you guys just ran right into it.
Hi, Amber.
Behind.
Do not provoke. Creepy. Yes. Skin.
Poorly for her heroes. Or whatever we are.
How many times was dream shattered?
Don't know. But I'm gonna do some normal stretching. Alright, let's go.
How are your calves feeling?
Sorry, I'm too tired for this.
Alright.
You're supposed to be holding my hand. What did I get married to you for then?
I like that you found the TV version.
This is a usual stretching session.
Grab a woman and just
Oh, yes. Very
You gotta be in
standard.
peak, you gotta be in peak physical performance to be able to
Later,
execute
later.
atrocities. Oh.
Maybe next time.
Funny dance.
You know I haven't slept in so long.
We need to be in peak physical performance to be able to run from these monsters. Fast?
If you could sing along. I think it's shaking worse than before. Felt like I was in. Excuse me, Mike was hell in there for some reason.
Too bad I'm
Just
the
know
one
that I have a whip though.
Good job.
Oh, that happened. That's fine.
Actually using the illegal bathroom. That is currently using the illegal bathroom. That scared him the night.